I have to close this one. Oh, you're already recording. Okay. All right.
The iPad over here.
There's 7.
Okay.
Don't.
Okay. James already started the recording. Cool. All right. So we have a good amount of people here. I'm sure people will continue to join throughout, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So a lot of people that are here today, this is their first time in the voice class. So we are going to be going over some of the singing basics today. And also for people who have already been singing, we're going to be obviously reviewing the breath support and kind of the basics that make sure that all the fancy stuff sounds really good. So we're going to be just working out the breath support. Even though I've been singing for a long time, I still like to just come back to the foundations a lot, making sure like, okay, I'm breathing correctly. I still understand what's going on. And I am just kind of bringing awareness to it. So if you obviously are a more advanced singer, it is still important to come back to our basics to make sure that all of our advanced stuff sounds really nice and it's well supported, it's healthy. So, and for people who have never sung, this is a great place to start. So that way we can learn where to start. Okay, so I'm gonna mute everyone just because as I talk, yeah, we'll see. Hold on. I can't mute anybody because I'm not the host. One sec. I need to claim the host, James. Okay, cool. So you guys are all muted, by the way. So you guys, if you notice, there are little emojis that you can press to raise your hand or a thumbs up or whatever. So if I ask for that, just go ahead and click those. So who here knows what the diaphragm is? Go ahead and raise that little hand emoji. Or you can just raise your hand physically. That's fine too. Okay, Christina, Penelope knows what it is. I cannot see Alessandra. Alexa's raising her emoji hand. Very good. All right. It made my Amazon Echo go off whenever I say your name, Alexa. All right, so we're gonna start by talking about the diaphragm. So for those who don't know, the diaphragm is a muscle inside of you, okay? And when you breathe in, all of your air goes into your lungs. Okay, so all of your air goes into your lungs, which is up here. However, your lungs can't pull in air. There's a muscle underneath it, down here, that does that for it. So everyone put your hands right here. This is your diaphragm. This is where your diaphragm is inside of you. All of your breathing stuff is up here. All your eating stuff is down here, okay? So this is our diaphragm. When you breathe in, it pulls down. So I want you to pull down as if your diaphragm. And I want you to breathe in. So you should feel your tummy go out. It's filling up with air. As I'm talking right now, go ahead and slowly raise up your hands. As you talk or you just blow out your air, the diaphragm comes back up and rests up. So when someone says, we're breathing with our diaphragm, that's all we're doing. We're using this muscle, breathe in, pull it down. And then as we release, it comes back up. This is what just makes us breathe. Alexa, do you have a question? Give me, okay. Just so you know, I'm gonna have to stop saying your name, but let me unmute you real quick. Or yeah, go ahead and unmute yourself. You already did. Okay, go ahead.
Are we gonna just do the like exercises today, or are we gonna get to singing?
We're gonna get to all of that, but go ahead and just follow along with where we are now, okay? Okay, go ahead and remute yourself, please. So it is important that we learn what's going on first, because if you're just singing and you're singing incorrectly, then I didn't do my job. So I wanna make sure that we sing and we're our strongest. So if you wanna be able to sing really high, you wanna be able to sing really loud, if you want to sing really strong, if you want to be able to do all these fun things with your voice, that starts with making sure we know how to breathe and control our breath. So more so knowing how this works, when you breathe in, what it means to support with your diaphragm means that we have to leave it down here. okay? So we can't actually feel right here, or we can't feel our diaphragm. So we actually feel it on our rib cage. So everyone go and put your hands on your rib cage. Okay, so make sure you can feel the bones. It's not down here on your waist, but you want to feel your bones. And then I just want you to breathe in and feel your rib cage expand. Okay, so you should, if you see how mine's going out and going in, out, when I breathe in, and when I breathe out, it drops down. So you want to feel that expansion. All we're feeling is the air, the diaphragm is pulling down, and we're feeling it, all of that fill up with air, and then we're releasing the diaphragm, and the rib cage goes down. So like I said, we can't actually feel our diaphragm, but we can feel our rib cage. Does that make sense to everyone? Go ahead and just give me a thumbs up. Okay, very good. Alexa, did you raise your hand again? Diaphragm. Yes, that is the muscle that we're talking about, that you feel with your rib cage. Okay, so I just wanted to share real quick what it looks like. This usually helps a lot of people just kind of know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to share my screen with you. So you're all going to see my phone, my lovely background right there. So over here is what a diagram looks like. That's fun to say. So this little diaphragm, you see that little red strip right there underneath the lungs where the arrow is pointing. Right there is the diaphragm, that little red strip. So when we breathe in, it pulls down, fills up our lungs. And when we breathe out, the diaphragm relaxes all the way up and releases all of our air out of our body, okay? That is what makes us breathe. You can't sing without breathing, so therefore you can't sing without your diaphragm. Okay, so I'm going to come back to you real quick, and I just want to ask everyone if they have any questions about that specifically. So any questions? No. Okay, cool. Oh, except for maybe Alexa. Did you raise your hand? If you have a question, go ahead and unmute yourself.
If you're if someone's singing and you're muted, like if you're muted, instead of clapping, you can.
There you go. Thank you for letting everyone know. There are little emojis you can use. All right. Make sure you only ask questions about what I'm talking about though, Alexa. Okay, so now let's go ahead and we're gonna work out our singing. So like I said, our goal is to breathe in. And then as you sing, you have to make sure you keep using air, okay? So, and you don't want it to drop. So you don't want to do this and just lose all your air. Wouldn't it come out nice and slow? So I want everybody who grabbed a cup and a straw to go ahead and grab your cup and straw. Okay. So when you blow out, right, that's using your air. You're breathing in, air is coming out. So if you blow into a cup, when you blow into it, you'll see bubbles. So first of all, make sure that your cup is not too full to where if you blow bubbles, it's going to spill everywhere. So if it is too full, drink a little bit of it. If you see, mine's almost all the way down at the bottom. Okay, so just because I didn't learn that the first time, and I got water everywhere. So just letting everyone know. All right, so but first, I just want everyone to blow bubbles into their cup. I just want you to see that your air is a physical thing. Go ahead and blow bubbles. So also, I want everyone to now pay attention to how they're breathing. So breathe in and feel your ribcage go out. So the time you go out, now breathe into your cup and make bubbles. You should feel that it doesn't drop right away. It doesn't go like that, but it kind of stays out. It takes time to go down as we use our air. Does everyone feel that? Go ahead and just give me a thumbs up if you feel that. Okay, I see some actual thumbs up, some emoji thumbs up. Perfect. Okay, cool. Awesome. See all the thumbs up. Nice. So now we're going to sing into our cup. So when we sing, we need the same exact thing to happen. So I just want you to hum, but you still have to see bubbles. And so I want everyone to try that for a minute. So just make sure you breathe in, feel the rib cage go out, and then try to do it as long as you can while feeling your rib cage slowly go down as you release that air. Okay. Kind of watching your guys' bubbles as you're doing it. Cool. All right. Someone show me an example of what they're doing. Go ahead and raise your hand if you can show me just how it's going. All right, Alexa, she's right on top of that. All right, Alexa, go ahead and unmute yourself and show me your humming into your bubbles. You have to unmute yourself though, because we can't hear you yet. There you go. Go ahead and hum into your bubbles.
It's not as. No, I can't do it. Never mind.
Okay, so it is kind of hard. So if you're having issues, kind of like Alexa, what's happening is that you're not continuing to push out air. That's actually a pretty good example what she showed, because that does happen. So sometimes when people sing, we kind of stop pushing out air. We kind of keep it in our mouth. So you want to make sure that you're keeping that bubbles while humming. And it doesn't stop. Okay, Alexa's doing it now. Very good. Very good. Good job, Alexa. Go ahead and mute your mic for me real quick, Alexa. Christina, can I have you give us an example?
Sure. Breathing in.
Perfect. Nice. Going a long time. Can I actually, Christina, I'm going to use you for example a little bit longer. Can I have you do a siren while blowing into the bubbles? Okay, so I'm going to have everyone try this in a second. So she's just going to be my example because she's a singing student of mine. So, all right, go ahead, Christina.
Okay.
Very nice. Cool.
You didn't get to see the bubbles. I'm sorry. I should have raised it up.
We can hear the bubbles. You can hear the bubbling sound.
Okay.
So could everyone hear that she was singing through the bubbles? So I want everyone, while your microphones are still muted, I want you to try that. So a siren is where you sing from low to high and back down. It sounds like this. Ooh. So you're just going from low to high, back down. However, I want you to do it into your cup. Go ahead and do it with me. So if you found that while you're trying to do the siren, the bubbles stopped, or you couldn't make the bubbles and sing at the same time, that means you might be holding back your air. So you really want to make sure you keep blowing your singing into your cup. So go ahead and try it one more time. I'm going to kind of watch everyone while they're doing it. Very good. Alessandra, can I have you unmute your microphone for me and show everyone your siren into your bubbles? Your bubbles look pretty good. I'm drinking my bubbles. Nice. Very good. Nice job. Very good. All right. Can I have Penelope? Can I have you unmute your microphone and show everyone your siren into your bubbles? Nice. I love it. This is my new favorite sound. Good job, Penelope. It sounds really good. Go ahead and mute your microphone. And Kyla, go ahead and show people your siren into your bubbles. Nice. Everyone's doing so good. Is anyone having any issues with this? I mean, it sounds like everyone's doing it pretty good. We've already heard Alexa, we heard Alessandra, Christina, Penelope. Everybody's doing really good. Nice job, you guys. So our goal is just to keep using our air. This is like my new favorite exercise. First of all, because I get to drink water and do an exercise at the same time. It's great. But it really shows you your air. And a lot of times we can't actually see our air because it's invisible. But seeing the bubbles allows you to actually see your air moving. Does anyone have any questions about that at all? Okay. Alexa, is your hand raised or is that just clapping? Okay. James, do you have any questions?
No, but I guess I'm unmuted, aren't I? I guess a question that I would have with this exercise, what is a good duration of time to like play around with this and experiment it? Because obviously we're working a muscle or we're stretching this. What's kind of like a destinational kind of point A to point B that we want to strive for on a daily or weekly basis with this exercise?
That's a good question. So, so this, pretty much what he's asking, if people didn't get it, he's just saying how much should we do this so that we get a good exercise. So first, I would just blow bubbles into there, feeling your rib cage. Don't just focus on the bubbles, but make sure you're feeling your rib cage. I would just do that a couple of times until you run out of breath. So just do it like 2 times, just blowing into the cup. And then I want you to do your siren, going up and down while blowing bubbles into the air or into the thing. Do the siren like 3 times in a row. That's going to help you again connect your breathing to your singing so that your singing is always on your air. And that's really what you want to get out of this, is you want to learn how to put your notes on air. If your bubbles keep stopping while you're singing, that means that you're not using enough air. So does that answer your question? Very good. So I would say 2 times until you run out of air, just blowing, 3 times doing the siren up and down. All right. So one more time all together, and then we're gonna put our cups down, or you can just drink it. So everyone together doing a siren, ready? Good job. And then feel free to drink your water now. Just in case anyone didn't know, drinking water is a really, really important part of singing. So when you're singing, you are using your throat, you're using your body. You want to make sure your body is well hydrated. So if you weren't already, you do want to make sure you drink a good amount of water before you sing, okay? So now you guys already have your cups of water, you're good to go. All right, so another part that I just wanted to mention real quick is our vocal cords. So who, by a raise of hand, can tell me what they know about the vocal cords? So I see Alexa. Anyone else know about the vocal cords that wants to share? All right, go ahead, Alexa. You're a star pupil today. Gonna unmute yourself.
I'm unmuted, right?
Yep.
Vocal. I don't really know much, but I think they're
What do you think they are?
things that help you sing.
There are things that help you sing. Where do you think your vocal cords are?
I'm probably wrong because I'm really bad at this, but where I always thought they were in your throat, but I don't think they are.
They are. You are right. Good job. Your vocal cords are in your throat. There you go. Good guess. Very good. Go ahead and mute yourself for me, please. Anyone else? You don't have to be right. So for the longest time, just so you know, up until I was like 20, I was studying singing and singing forever, and I had no idea what the vocal cords looked like. So don't be afraid that you don't know what they look like. It took me forever. So anyone else, I want you to tell me what you think the vocal cords look like. Alessandra, I'm gonna call on you just because I wanna. I know some other people raise their hands, but go ahead and mute yourself. Tell me, what do you think the vocal cords look like?
Maybe they're maybe line, probably like a tube in your throat or something like that, or a string.
That's a pretty good guess. That's a pretty good guess.
Like a line.
Okay.
A cord in your throat.
Makes sense. So those are called vocal cords, right? Nice. Very good. Go ahead and mute yourself. Okay, so just so you know, for the longest time, I thought vocal cords, kind of the same thing, like it says vocal cords, right? So you would think of like cords, like little strings. I thought there was like multiple strings in the neck that like got tighter or longer as I got higher, and they just like shriveled up or something when I got lower. I didn't really know. I just thought they were like long strings. Turns out it's not. Vocal cords is kind of deceptive. They're actually like vocal flaps or vocal muscles. So just like everything in our body, they look kind of gross, but I'm going to show you a diagram of vocal cords. So let me share my screen with you real quick. You see my lovely background again. And then that is the diaphragm. Okay, so here's our vocal folds. So if you look in on this one, you see it gets dark behind the vocal cords. That is where you breathe through. So that's your windpipe behind there. And that's where your air goes through. So when you're breathing, your vocal cords are separated. So the vocal cords, if you see where it says vocal folds, it's pointing to those pink little lines. So they're 2 flaps. It's that one that it's pointing to and the one that looks just like it, those 2 little things right there, little V. And when you sing, they come together. But if you're just not making any noise right now, then your vocal cords are open and you're just breathing through the tube without the vocal cords getting in the way, okay? Now, when you sing or you talk, your vocal cords come together and just a small amount of air goes through those two little flaps and it vibrates them, and vibration is what sound is made of, okay? So when you are just breathing, like when we were breathing into our bubbles, your vocal cords were open. When we did our siren, they closed, caused vibration, and then air also went through them so that we are able to put both vibration and air out of our mouth. So I'm gonna come back to you guys, see if you guys have any questions about that. So again, the vocal cords are kind of vibrating together when you're singing, and when you're breathing, they're just open. So does anyone have any questions on that? I know that's a little more confusing, but anyone questions? I'm looking at everyone. Everyone understand that? Yeah, all right, cool. That means that there is no super hard way to get to your high notes or your low notes, right? We're not like pulling like, this is our high notes, it's up here in our throat, and this is our low notes down here in our throat. It's all just two little vocal cords and they're just vibrating. So that means all notes are just vibration, which means you don't have to hurt yourself to try to get to your high notes, and you don't have to do this to do your low notes, or this to do your high notes. It's all from the same place. It's just vibrating over our air. That is literally all singing is. So it's actually pretty easy. Our only goal is just not to get in our own way. Does that make sense? Can I get some thumbs ups? Cool. Nice. All right, cool. So our vocal cords actually kind of act like our lips. So I'm going to show you what's called lip trills. A lot of you, I think, already know these. So lip trills kind of act like our vocal cords, whereas when we vibrate them, air comes through them and it makes a sound. It looks like this. Sure, it looks super awesome on the recording. So I want everyone to try this. So it is a breathing exercise. So you do have to still make sure you breathe in. And also, if you're having trouble feeling your rib cage, take like a surprise breath, like you're surprised. Go, and you'll feel it open, and then try. Just try holding the note. I'm gonna kind of see what's going on. Cool. If you're having issues with this at all, sometimes it's hard to get it started. I want you to put your fingers on your cheeks and push up, and then now try your lip trills. It usually helps make it a little clean. So Kyla, can I hear your lip trills? Go and unmute yourself, please. Go and show us your lip trills.
No.
There you go, very nice. So do make sure you breathe. So you see how at first it wasn't like lasting really long? And also while I'm talking, everyone keep trying it. So make sure you breathe in like you're surprised. Go. Now go ahead and try it. Go and try it again, Kyla. So take a surprise breath and then go ahead and try lip trills again. There you go, nice. It was a little bit better, very good. And so the more you do it, the better you will get at it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and choose on someone else. Go ahead and mute yourself. Good job, Kyla. I know Alexa can do it. I've heard you do it before. Who wants to volunteer? Penelope, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and mute yourself and go ahead and show me your lip trills. Very nice. Good job. Go ahead and mute yourself. Alessandra, go ahead and show me your lip trills. Nice. Those are really strong. So going. Good job. Good job. That's awesome. Very good. Go ahead and mute yourself. Alexa, go ahead and show me your lip trills. I want you to actually, because I feel like you can already do lip trills. I want you to show me your siren on lip trills, Alexa. So you have to unmute yourself and then.
Okay.
Nice. Very good. Very good. Good job. Thank you for giving us that example, Alexa. Go ahead and mute yourself, and then I want everyone to try that real quick. So everyone, make sure you breathe. Like I said, breathe like you're surprised. And then do your lip trills all the way on the side. If you're not getting all the way through, that's totally normal. It's hard at first. The lip trills are stopping. Like I said, you can do this to help your lip trills. Okay, that'll help it be easier, but also it just takes practice. So I want everyone to be practicing this. It doesn't matter if you're advanced or a beginner. This exercise is one of the best exercises to get your vocal cords warmed up, okay? See your little emoji, Alexa. Very good. So besides Alexa and Christina, they've been singing for a little bit. Can someone else show me their siren on lip trills? So Alessandra, Kyla, or Penelope, can I hear one of your guys' sirens on lip trills? Alessandra, are you going for it? Go for it.
I will.
Wow, that was really high. Good job. Nice job. That was really good. All
Thank
right.
you.
Penelope or Kyla, would you guys like to try? Okay, yeah, I see that you unmuted. So go ahead, Kyla.
Like,
Go ahead and try it again. Don't push too much air. So remember, you want to breathe in here, and then the rib cage, actually you want it to stay out, and then push, and then don't push too hard. You don't have to be super loud. Oh, I heard you coming back down. Go ahead and try it one more time.
wow.
That was better though. You got farther up. So this week, what I want you to do, Kyla, is I just want you to keep trying to get all the way up and then all the way back down, okay? All right, very good. All right, so now that we've learned our breathing space, right? And we've also learned of our vocal cords and how we put them together, right? And so we're blowing into our little water over here. We just have things working, and that's really all singing is. All it is just breathing and making sound. Our third thing that's most important, and usually is hard for a lot of people, especially when they first start, is opening your mouth, okay? So opening your mouth doesn't mean just doing like this, like where it's like kind of a little bit open, okay? I have a lot of advanced students who still don't open their mouth at all. And I know Christina's laughing because she understands. So when I say open your mouth for singing, I want a 2-finger gap in between your teeth. So if your hands are clean, by the way, I know, if you're washed your hands. But I want you to take 2 fingers and put them in between your teeth. That's how big I want your mouth to be when you're singing, okay? So now I want everybody to try, 2 fingers right here. I want everybody to try doing their siren with 2 fingers in their mouth. I am aware that you are going to be much louder in your house, so I apologize to all your parents. So ready, let's do it together. Breathe. Ah. Very good. Good job. I see everyone with their fingers in their mouth. Very nice. Good job. So yeah, we want that really big space because just like any instrument, we want to make sure that the exit hole is big enough for the sound to come out, right? So that's obviously what's going to make you sound much louder and much clearer if you have that really open space, okay? So Christina, can you go ahead and give everyone an example? So I'm going to have you put the 2 fingers there and then go ahead and do the siren.
Yes.
Nice. It was really smooth. Good job.
Yay.
Good job. And then I'll have one other person volunteer. Who else would like to volunteer? I saw Alexa hands go up first. You guys got to be quick. Got to be quick to beat Alexa. All right, Alexa, go ahead. Oh, you got to unmute yourself.
I always forget that.
No, go ahead. Very nice. That was really good. Good job. Everyone go and give her a round of applause. Fair enough, fair enough. So everyone, while your mics are muted, let's go and do it all together one more time. Ready? Breathe in. Penelope, that was the best clap I've ever seen. All right, everyone breathe in like you're surprised. 2 fingers here. Very good. Good job. Now, one other way I want you to do the siren is I want you to stick out your tongue, okay? So you still have to have your mouth really, really open, but you're also going to stick out your tongue. So it looks like this. You might sound a little bit more like a little baby when you do that, which is what I want it to sound like. But you still have to have that really open mouth and your tongue sticking out. Okay, look, can I have you give people an example? So go ahead and stick your tongue out and siren. Very good. Nice job. Penelope, can I have you give people an example? Very nice. Good job. And Alessandra, go ahead and unmute your mic for me, please. And go ahead and give people an example of your tongue sticking out siren. Very nice. It sounded very good. I'm going to have you keep your microphone unmuted real quick. I'm going to use you as an example. So I did see that you moved your shoulders when you breathed. So when you breathe, just to let everyone know, that you don't want to use your shoulders. You want to make sure your breath stays down here. Okay, so I want you to try it again. Make sure your breath stays in your stomach. Very good. Yeah, see how you guys couldn't see her shoulders move that time? That means her breath was down here. Go and do it one more time, but this time go ahead and stick out your tongue as well. Nice job. Very good. Go ahead and give her a round of applause, you guys. Good job. Could you guys also hear how she sounded much clearer when she stuck out her tongue? That's because her mouth was more open and her tongue was out of the way. So that means this week, I want you guys to practice blowing into a cup of water. But don't get water everywhere. Don't make your parents mad at me, okay? Little bit of water in your cups. And then practice doing your siren, blowing into your cup. And then also practice lip trills on your siren. And then also practice the 2 fingers open on your siren. And then also practice your tongue out on your siren. So lots of sirens. It's 4 different ways I want you to do your siren this week. In a cup, on lip trills, 2-finger gap, and with your tongue out, okay? So 4 different ways I want you guys to practice that one. So just one more time so everyone remembers. Siren 4 times this week. 1 in a cup, 1 on lip trills, 1 on with 2 fingers in our mouth, and 1 on with our tongue out, okay? So I want you guys to practice all 4 ways. Those are all gonna work out different things. So I'm trying to think of a song real quick. We're just gonna do kind of something simple real quick. It's only a couple minutes left, but I do wanna sing a little bit of a song. We're gonna use last week, I used How Far I'll Go. If you guys were here last week for the voice class. So How Far I'll Go is from Moana. I'm sure you guys know it. We're just going to sing a little bit of it. But first, I was going to say, if you guys still have your cups, you can blow into it. I'm all out of water, but if you still have your cup of water, you can do it into your bubbles. I drink all my water. But you can try it. I want you to go. Also, if you're like me and you drink all your water already, you can just blow through your straw and try to make air come out the other side, okay? So let's all try that together. We're doing the melody of I've been staring at the edge of the water, but we're doing it into our cups. Ready? One second, Alex, I'll call you in a second. But go ahead and everyone do it into your water. Okay? That feels weird. Okay. Alexa, did you have a question or did you want to give an example?
Question. Do we have to do that song?
Today I'm just using kind of just like a random song, but obviously you can apply everything we've learned to any song you want to sing this week. But more so we're learning how to sing well, so that way you can apply it to whatever song you want to. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay, but you can go ahead and give me an example real quick since you are unmuted.
Wait, what song?
That song, just that. I've been staring at the edge of the water. Or do you not know that song?
I wanted to do my sister's song.
Okay, go ahead and do, if you want to do your sister's song, just do like 1 line of it into your bubbles.
That's it. No, I can't.
Very good. Good job, though. That was good. If I know everybody doesn't know her sister songs, but in general, you could hear the fact that she was singing a melody into her bubbles. And that's really the point of this. Go ahead and mute your microphone, Alexa. I'm going to have someone else. Honestly, you can sing whatever song you want. But I'm going to call on everyone, and I want you to sing some song or that first line of it into your bubbles real quick. So Christina, go ahead and unmute your microphone. Let me have you do your first line of Smile into your bubbles. Very nice. Yeah, just a little bit. And so you can actually keep practicing that this week for that higher part that's in our song, okay? All right, Kyla, go ahead and unmute. I want you to sing the I've been staring at the edge of the water into your bubbles. Did you also drink all your water?
Yeah.
Very good though. I could hear it through the shock chat. All right, Penelope, go ahead and sing the same thing into your bubbles. Nice, good breath support. Very good. Go ahead and mute. Alexa already did her song. Alessandra, go ahead and unmute. Go ahead and do the same thing.
Okay, that was. I accidentally put the straw at the very bottom, so it was like hard, like it was like a bit low. But then when I like lifted up a little bit, it went loud.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So that's a good tip, right? So don't put the straw all the way at the bottom of the cup. That's a good tip. So anyway, so thank you, everyone. I know we didn't do like one particular song, but more so I'm trying to teach you ways that you can sing any song that you want to this week. So it can be How Far I'll Go or whatever song you hear on the radio this week. But we want to start getting used to breathing here, opening our mouth, but specifically using air to sing our notes. So when you practice blowing into the bubbles, that's going to make sure that you use air, and that's going to strengthen your diaphragm. That's going to make you sing higher. It's going to make you sing better. It's going to make sure you're not hurting yourself. And it's going to help you get some of those notes that are harder for you guys. Okay? So apply that to any song you want this week. But like I said, the things I want you to work on, siren, 4 different ways. First way was in the cup. Second way, I'm trying to remember. Second way was on lip trills. Third way was on 2 fingers in your mouth. And the fourth way was with your tongue out. And then I want you to practice some type of song singing into a cup. And then also just keep singing that song throughout the week with a really open mouth. Okay, so does anyone have any questions about everything or anything I covered in the entire class today? Anyone have any questions about anything or comment? Alexa, I see your hand raised. Go ahead. Make sure you unmute yourself.
We do exercises every time, right?
We do exercises every time?
Yeah. Like.
Yeah, so I'll give you guys some different kinds of exercises every voice class, focusing on a different thing. So sometimes I might be focusing on air. Next week I might be focused more on the open mouth, or I might start focusing on keeping the tongue relaxed. I might focus on pitch. I might focus on placement. So what I focus on each week will be a little bit different. But every week I'll be focusing on one concept of singing. I'll give you some exercises to work on it throughout the week, and then teach you how you can apply it to any song that you want to sing, okay?
And we'll get to singing next time, right?
Yeah, well, it is kind of hard to sing all together because I can't have everyone unmuted at the same time, or else everyone's like lagging and it sounds really bad. So that's why I kind of have to like do like a little bits of songs at a time. So more of I'm going to give you exercises so that you can practice singing after the class. Does that make sense?
Like one person at a time singing like a little part of the song.
Yeah, exactly. Just because I can't have everyone singing together online because the internet doesn't make people sing at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Nice job, everyone, today. I hope you learned something out of it. Do keep doing it this week. Like I said, do the sirens the 4 ways, sing into the cup, figure out what's going on with your singing, and then do sing a song. I know that we don't get to sing too much of a full song in this class, but definitely apply it to a song this week, okay? Right, and then Mr. James, I know you just hopped back in. Do you have anything to add to the end of the class?
No, I was just gonna just comment quickly just on the exercises and just answer a little bit more even on Alexa's question that, you know, for me, how I've used this class in the last couple weeks in this last month is getting exercise like this straw exercise today. I'm gonna be trying that this week. You know, their first class was walking around the house, talking with your tongue open, you know, and just some exercises like that. They're just normal exercises that I don't do, I don't practice. I think about the breathing, I think about that. And I like where Alexa's like, to the point, how are we singing together, and do that, which is really fantastic. But one of the things about this class that's really important to understand is that I am not at your level, Alexa. You are not at Christina's level. Christina, you are not at Kyla's level. Penelope, you know, Miss Elizabeth is not at your level. We are all at very different levels. So coming together and singing, even if that's not the idea of this class, but this idea is to challenge you in new and fresh ways. You should be actively choosing songs with this class throughout the week to practice and to sing and to talk about issues that you are having inside this class. Which are really, really good. And for this class, it really has, I gotta say, like, me and Elizabeth have known each other for, you know, five plus years now. And I think that I know everything about her teaching style and want to do it, and I don't at all. And what I love about this class is it really does help me with, like, just things that I don't think about doing. I don't have the ability to do on my own. So I really encourage everybody to take advantage of these exercises, try them. For me, when she mentioned like the tongue exercise, I was like, I'm not doing that. And I did it, and it helped really, really. Last week was tongue twisters, and I felt so uncomfortable in this class doing the tongue twisters and sitting there and like, I feel like a brand new singer every time I'm in here because of that. Like, I'm not matched on anybody's level, and I'm having to kind of meet this universal kind of scenario. So I say that also encourage, like, you may have done an exercise today where you're like, I didn't feel like I did very well with that, or I didn't, and that's okay. That point is not to be like the best in this classroom, but doing the exercises in this class will make you the best in your own environment. And I think that's really, really key to take away from, and especially if anybody, so I do encourage, like, as people are joining on, make sure that you gear the questions towards that, you know, that in this classroom, we want everybody to be successful. We want everybody to be participating, but more importantly, we want to take the opportunity to really grab some of these, not some, but all of these gems that Miss Elisabeth and each other are providing for, you know, I loved watching Christina do the 2-finger technique in her mouth and really being a little bit more graceful about it, where me, I'm like shoving like something down my, you know, and I don't have like a gauge. And I was just like, you know what? She just showed me something really special about this, about how graceful I can be with 2 fingers outside and not try to restrict my tongue on the inside. And, you know, it's just good. It's just good to see that. So it's good to learn from each other. Alexa, I love that, you know, I know you on a weekly basis, that you're like one of the most vocal people I know. And then right off the bat for the straw demonstration, to see that you were confident, and then immediately you tried it and there was like no confidence whatsoever. But this is really what's cool about this. This is a really safe space, because I've done the exact same thing every class today. I couldn't be a part of a lot of it, so I opted out. But Miss Elizabeth does call on me. She does embarrass me, and it's really, really fun, because it does put me in a kind of a weak link scenario where it's just like, it's not in my strength. And that's what I love about this class and doing that. And for everybody who's new to singing, we all have to do these exercises. And I think Alexa touched on a really important thing. Sometimes we think about singing as like, well, I can just pick a song and I can just belt it out. And that's just not what it is. You can belt it out, but you will sound like a coyote in a trash compactor. And what we're trying to do is understand what this is. And it's not about volume. It's about how well you can articulate that volume. And it's not about copycatting the volume of somebody else. It's about being able to establish a sound that is completely unique to you. And that's one of the things I really appreciate and love about these exercises and the format, and even knowledge about the diaphragm of like holding my ribs in place. I don't walk around the house like this because it makes me feel fat. But, you know, and I breathe in and out all day long. But you know, it's really good to check in with you. So anyway, I just wanted to comment on that. With Alexa, I love your questions today, and I love the format and the direction of it. But I really do encourage everybody, like, understand, like, this is you may feel like this is uncomfortable, and you should, and that's not how you know you're growing. If you feel a little bit uncomfortable, if you feel a little bit timid, if you're like, I'm not raising my hand because I'm afraid she's gonna call on me, then definitely raise your hand, because that means you need the question. You need to actually comment on what's going on. So anyway, I know that was long-winded, anyway. But that's all I wanted to comment.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, I really enjoyed everyone's questions today. Like you said, everyone's at different levels. And it definitely is more than just singing songs. It's making sure that you take what you learned today and then sing songs after this. Keep singing today, sing throughout the week. You know, and all the good singers that you know, including your sister, Alexa, we've done hours and hours and hours of vocal exercises before we ever did singing. And that's for all, I'm sure all of my singing singers here who take lessons with me, they know that we do countless exercises. So, but yeah, anyway, so everyone, we're going to be ending the class, but like I said, use what you learned today, do the little water thing, show your parents, it's amusing. Show your boyfriend. You know, and just have fun with it. And then whatever you do this week too, make sure you come back next week and let me know how it went, what you struggled with, what are some things that are hard for your singing, or things that you were like, I was really successful with this. I'm amazing now. Tell me that too. We want to hear that too. So unless anyone has any other questions, just look and see if anyone has their raised hand. If not, we are going to be done. Alexa, I see your little raised hand thing, but I don't know if that was from before. Did you have another question, Alexa, or no? I see you talking, but your microphone is muted.
It's not really that, but I'm excited because I know the thing that it's not one of the exercises we practiced today, but we can still do it. It's like, oh, how I love to sing, but like, and I know how to like do that thing on piano, so I can do it with my sister, and I'm kind of excited to do that.
Very good. Nice. Yeah. And if any of you guys also play piano or any other instruments, you can definitely try to sing along, doing like lip trills or singing with your tongue out or any of the other things we did today along with your piano. Okay. Because I know a lot of you guys are actually piano students. So anyway, I will see you guys all hopefully next week, if not at your lessons. But have a good rest of your guys' day. Bye.
You.
I'm going to stop that recording now first.